Good morning. Today we are doing Quilt as you go. This is really simple. Got a wild hair on a trip one day, and you know how that goes. You kind of were missing sewing, and I was on the road probably 5-6 weeks at one time, and so I have a lot of stash when I had my bus. So what you do, you take any size square. This is a layer cake. This happens to be a 6.5-inch square. So what you take is a backing. Then you get a batting. Make sure you comment so you can win. I'm giving away 3 emery boards, and these are by Lori Holt. They're really nice. And then you do a top. I think I'll do this one. This fabric right here is Jill Lily's Monday by Riley Blake. Figure out how many squares you would like. And then right here what I did was cross hatch it. You know, I went 2 inches going this way, 2 inch going this way, and then I just sewed it. And figure out how many you wanted. For this, what I did was 12 6.5-inch squares. This is just my example. I just wanted something quick and simple, and I did 12. So then what I did was make a really long line. This is my scallops, but the good news is you could use any of my rulers except my prairie points. So you could use my half hexies, both sizes, depends how big your block is. You can use my 1-inch scallops, my 3/4 inch scallops. You can use my alternating. You can use my half scallop mini points. You could use my 3/4 inch mini points. You can use my 1.5 inch mini points, my rectangles on edge. So what I do is I make 2 long strips. Keep going as long as you think you would need. Then you fold them in half, okay? Then what I did was I glued it right on the fold line, and I sewed right down the fold line, all the way down. And what I did on this is I offset it. So when you put it like this, it is offset. Okay, once again, made 2 long strips just like I've showed you a zillion times, or you can go on our website or any YouTube, Facebook, or whatever. Show you exactly how to do it. You fold it. Know where your fold is, then you open it up, and I glued it right down on the fold line on both sides. Then I sewed a straight stitch all the way down on the fold line, and I offset it. Okay? Then I took, here's 2 squares. This does not match, but this is the example. Then I took 1 square, and I put this in here on both sides and made sure it was butted on both sides. And actually what I did was I glued it on both sides. Here, like this. Then I sewed the 1/4 inch all the way down here. So let's pretend this is sewed. Then I took this and I put it on this side and sewed the 1/4 inch here, and I glued it. Just make sure it's butted up against there.
What type of glue do you use?
Jill Lily's Apple Glue. I like it because it's water soluble, acid free. It doesn't gum up my machine. It's got a small tip. I met her in Houston 7-8 years ago, and she ended up living 2 miles from our house. And she's been a really good friend ever since. I'm really picky on what I use. I don't care if it's hair products. I don't care if it's glue. I don't care what it is. I just have to really like the product I use. Then I sewed a 1/4 inch down here. So when you look at this, there's a 1/4 inch here and a 1/4 inch here. So then you have 1, 2, 3. Okay. Then I did 3 rows. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then when you want to put the rows together, all you have to do is the same thing. Is you put this row in here, sew the 1/4 inch, put this row in here, sew the 1/4 inch. So then it is quilt as you go. You can do this with any size block you want. The neat thing is you can do this on the road, you can do this at home, you can make a quilt, you can make a runner, you can make anything you would like. And then what I would do is I would do a border all the way around and then do my whatever I'd done on the inside. So also it is reversible. Okay. When you have if you make a baby quilt, babies will think these are taggies. So it's really, really neat. So once again, you butt this in here, so 1/4 inch here, butt this in here, so 1/4 inch here. And then when you do this part, when you add another one, you would sew this all the way across like this, then add your other block in like this. Extremely, extremely simple. Just make a whole lot of whatever you're using, your scallops, mini points, half and half, alternating, whatever you would use, and then you move another block in here. Extremely, extremely simple, but extremely cute. And let me pick whichever one. I'm going to pick 3 of them today. Patricia, Reichel, so Reichel or Rachel. You won 1 emery board. Please send Lindsay your address. Then we got Kathy O'Hara Neild, N-E-I-L-D. Congratulations, both of you. And then my 3rd person is Judy Phillips. And
Donna wants to know how you bind the quilt.
I would probably put a border around it, then I would bind it, you know, make it. My rule of thumb for me is, let's say your quilt is, or your blocks are 6.5 inches, you do half that size. So it'd be 3.5 or 3.25. So let's use a 10-inch block, you do use a 5-inch border. Then I would use just your scallops or your mini points, whatever you used on the inside. And that would be your binding, how I always show you the binding. I've done bindings before. And that's how I would finish it off. And it'd be just so cute. So you'd have all these taggies. If it's a baby quilt, all the way around, it would be just darling. And, or it would be a runner, you could do a quilt, you could do anything you want, and they are reversible. So I would do like a different color or a different something on each side. You could take this and do a different block on the other side. So you'd have interest in everything. This opens a whole new world of whatever you would like to do. Also, if you wanted to really do something different, you could do Thanksgiving on one side, Christmas on the other. You could do, the world is your oyster. That's what's the beauty of all this stuff. And that's what I love about sewing, because your creativity can just go on and on and on. I love any of this stuff. So let me pick out 3 different. Let's have a little variety here. But thank you for watching, and have a wonderful, wonderful week, and God bless.